Final day of pool play for the 2022 Junior League Softball World Series, and we've got a couple of Pool A powers ready to go head-to-head. The Philippines and Michigan have an awful lot in common. Both have excellent top-tier pitchers. Both are in the top half of the tournament when it comes to runs allowed. Offensively, they pack a punch as well, run the bases extremely smartly, and have been able to put a lot of runs across the board. One other thing in common between the two, a lot of wins. They're both 2-1, second place in Pool A, on the line here today in Kirkland, Washington. Hi everybody, and welcome to the 2022 Junior League Softball World Series. I'm Sam Farber, and it is a pleasure and a privilege to have you here on the final day of pool play. We're going to decide who's going to be in the top half of Pool A at the end of this contest right here. Michigan is 2-1. Philippines is 2-1. Something's got to give. The winner will have an outside chance of finishing first in the pool, but in all likelihood, just being in the top half puts you in a good spot to get to the semifinals and hopefully the final of the 2022 Junior League Softball World Series. As I mentioned, both teams have a lot in common. Very good defensively and very good in the circle. And that's where we'll turn our sights first with the Philippines as the home team being on defense. They'll take on this Michigan lineup that is very talented at the top. You're looking at Autumn Dennis, who is hitting .777 so far on the tournament. She's 7 for 9 and has scored 8 runs. Behind her, Lydia Clark's only hitting .500. She's got 4 runs scored herself. Claire Merritt, the pitcher, bats third, followed by Morgan Masick in the cleanup spot. Second baseman Natalie Tibbetts bats fifth. Sixth is Callie Knauber, the third baseman. Kaylin Reifschneider, first baseman, bats seventh. The right fielder Julia Smith hits 8th. And the catcher Kylie Fox wraps it up, batting 9th. They've got to take on arguably the #1 pitcher in this tournament. She has been outstanding, particularly as of late, Althea Key Palazario. She is 2-1, 13 2/3 innings pitched. She has struck out 23 batters. And over the course of the tournament, I know she's got 1 loss. She also has only allowed 1 earned run. She has been outstanding in the circle. Defense behind her, outfielders left to right, it is Beos, Manalo, and Caracas. Rain Elijah Timbad is at first, Jenny Cabanera at third base on the corners. Double play combo, Torre and Olarte at second and short respectively. Aubrey Sarsona is behind the plate doing the catching. We are ready to go. Both teams 2-1 at this point. Both teams got a win yesterday. Philippines defeated Canada 9-0 to move above 500. A similar story for Michigan, who beat the host team Washington 4-2. First pitch on the way, and in there for a strike. Count is 0-1. Another beautiful, cool and comfortable morning here in Kirkland, Washington, just outside of Seattle. Wind up in the 0-1. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. The ball's 2 strikes, 61 degrees. With a little cloud cover for this late morning start. Autumn Dennis, 7 for 9 at the plate on the tournament, and she has scored 8 runs. Wind up and the pitch, swung on and fouled back. So this should be a really good battle. You got a pitcher who gives up almost nothing in the circle in Althea Kipalzario. 23 strikeouts in 13 2/3 innings and 1 earned run allowed over 3 games. There's only one team doing better than that right now. That's the West Champs Nevada. They haven't allowed a run, period. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, grounded ball up the middle. Diving attempt by Olarte at short, but it gets through for a base hit. So Dennis is now batting an even 800 on the tournament. 2 strike hitting. This makes good contact, puts it up the middle. Even if Olarte was able to field it, that would have been a very difficult play. So 1 on with no one out. Lydia Clark will be the batter. Clark, 6 for 12 on the tournament with 4 runs scored. Shows the bunt, lets it go. All the way back to the backstop and over to second goes Dennis. So a runner in scoring position and a 1-0 count And now if Michigan was thinking of bunting earlier, even more reason to do so now and get that runner over to third. Lydia Clark, her coach, Matt Alkema, says she's an all-around stud. Squares to bunt, missed at it. Runner goes to third, though, as it went all the way to the backstop. That should be a strike, but safe at third on another wild pitch is Autumn Dennis. Sarsona, I don't know if she's being screened here by the bat, but a couple getting by her. Thing about the Philippines, they're very good at the fundamentals. They throw and catch very well. Next pitch, swung on and fouled away to the right side. Runner at third, Autumn Dennis. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count. Alzario delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Changing the eye level that time. Gets her to chase. Two balls, 2 strikes. Michigan, Central champs, trying to get on the board early. Runner at third, 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit through the whole left side. That's an RBI single. And for the first time since game 1, the Philippines has allowed a run. RBI single for Lydia Clark. She's now hitting above 500. 9th time in the tournament that Autumn Dennis has scored.
For Central, this is the pitcher number 14, Claire Merritt.
That one means a lot. This could very well be a very low-scoring game based on what we've seen from Polzario all week. Claire Merritt, the pitcher, is up next, trying to help her own cause. Pulls back, taking a strike, throw to second. Not quite in time. Stolen base for Lydia Clark. Pretty quick release there by Sarsona. And that throw just hung up just long enough for Clark to slide under the tag. No balls, 1 strike to Merritt. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Claire Merritt, the starting pitcher. Dad Calvin, Mom Jennifer. Dad Calvin's the manager. Wind up in the 0-2. Check swing, takes high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This team from the Jenison-Georgetown area, established in 2018. They were 10 unders when they won their first state tournament. And there's 5 girls on the team that have been with it throughout. Several with 3 years of experience all the way through All-Stars, getting here to this stage. The 1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. First K of the day on the board for Althea Key-Polzario, her 24th of the tournament in just 14 innings. A strikeout machine.
This center fielder, Morgan Masick.
I'll bring up Morgan Masick. First pitch swinging, and she fouls it back. Masick is batting .333. She's been the primary RBI hitter in addition to Merritt. Between those two, they've got 12 batted in on the tournament. Count 0-1. Key-Polzario, number 15 in green and gold. Wheels and deals. That's a strike called for 0-2. One on with 1 out, a 1-0 score in the top of the first. 0-2 pitch, foul to the left side. Count holds it 0-2. I see Morgan Masick yesterday. Michigan beat Washington 4-2. They played a lot of close games. Both of these teams have relative to the competition and a lot of lopsided efforts, but both these teams know how to prevail in a nail-biter. The 0-2 hit through the left side for a base hit. Rounding third is Clark. She's going to come home. Throw is cut off. Over to second they go. Don't get the out there. Everybody's safe. An RBI for Morgan Masick and a 2-0 early lead for Michigan. Just over the head of the third baseman, Cabanera. It'll be an RBI double for Morgan Masick. So the back-to-back singles to start the game have both been cashed in. This is more runs that Althea Key Palzario has given up all tournament. She did allow 2 runs in the opener against South Carolina. Only one of them was earned. And now Michigan has equaled that total here in the first inning. Next up is Natalie Tibbetts. Swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Tibbetts' nickname is Nat. Parents are Ryan and Jane. Dad Ryan's the Assistant Chief of Fire for Kalamazoo's Department of Public Safety, and Mom Jane's a wedding floral designer. It's fouled back. 0-2. Says her favorite softball team is Oklahoma, but her favorite sports team, Team USA. Any Olympic team with the red, white, and blue, she's rooting for them. 2-0 the score, 1 out in the first. That pitch is a called strike 3. Second punch out of the contest for Palzario, and there's 2 gone. Good pitch at the knees. Palzario, she doesn't yield anything. There's some pitchers that at times will struggle with wildness. Palzario's going to pound the zone. Only 3 walks in the first 3 games. First pitch swinging here is Naber. Hits it in the air to second. A nice leaning catch by Princess Maze-Tori. 2 runs on the board for Michigan. Philippines coming to the plate next. The Central Champs Michigan have staked themselves a 2-0 lead against a very stingy Philippines pitching staff and defense. So they got some work to do offensively. Here's a look at the starting lineup for Bago City and the Philippines. There's Claire Olarte, who's going to lead things off, batting .500 on the tournament. Following her will be the center fielder, Fraulein Manalo, then Rain Elijah Timba, the first baseman. Jenny Cabanara, the third baseman, hitting the cleanup spot, and then it's the pitcher, Althea Key Palzario. Audrey Sarsona is the catcher. She'll hit 6th, 7th, Princess Maze-Tori at second base. And it's Caracas and Bejos rounding out the starting 9. In the center circle, Claire Merritt. She's 2-1 on the tournament. And not quite the same strikeout totals as her counterpart, Althea Key Palzario, but pretty close. 16 strikeouts in 11 2/3 innings. She has only allowed 13 batters to reach base safely via hits and walks in those 11 2/3 innings. Defensively, Dennis Masick and Smith across the outfield left to right. Reif Schneider at first, Tibbetts at second, Naber at third, and Clark's the shortstop. Kylie Fox is the catcher. Claire Olarte will lead things off. Olarte in yesterday's win was 1 for 3 with an inside the park home run. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Count 1-1, Olarte. Got an inside the park home run yesterday. Takes low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. All told on the tournament, 6 runs batted in from the leadoff spot. Gets it on the ground over to short. Clark has it. Throw in time. Great stretch, too, at first base by Reifschneider. And there's one away. Check out this stretch at first.
Now batting.
Out by a step anyways, but a little breathing room there with the stretch from Reifschneider. So one gone. Fraulein Manalo is next. Although the center fielder. Takes high. Count is 2-0. Manalo moved up in the batting order for yesterday's game. It's jumped around a little bit. Overall hitting .333 on the tournament. 2 for 6. Hits it on the ground, foul up the third base line. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Manalo trying to set the table here. She hasn't scored a run yet on the tournament, but she's driven in 3. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-0 the score. Central champs Michigan on top in the field. Close call, but taken outside. Full count to Fraulein Manalo. Karen Merritt in the center circle. 15 years old, goes to Jenison High School. This one bounced over to third. Knobbers got it. Toss across. Another great stretch and another out recorded. The way the left side of the diamond is playing, they don't quite need this kind of stretch. Check it out. Flexibility from Reifschneider. 2 good plays over at first base. I'll bring up Rain Elijah Timbad, number 3 hitter. Timbad is on a hit streak. She is 4 for her last 4 at the plate. Takes a strike. Overall, she's 6 for 9 on the tournament. Swings and fouls it at the plate. This Philippines team have scored 19 runs in their last 2 games. Takes ball 2. But between the two, Central has been the more powerful offense. See Josie Sabunga, the manager for the Philippines. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Claire Merritt comes up with her first K of the day and a clean sheet in the bottom of the first. 2-0. Michigan leads. Another beautiful day here in Kirkland, Washington, just outside of Seattle, home of the 2022 Junior League Softball World Series. A little bit of the artwork there in downtown Kirkland. Good to be back. 2 years off due to the COVID pandemic. And a lot of these teams talked about how their goal, their program was to get to a stage like this, and many felt, quite frankly, a bit cheated by the circumstances, understanding of them, but still it's frustrating nonetheless. So it means a lot. Little League always does, and I don't think anyone took it for granted before, but certainly it's extra appreciated now, the chance to be here in a place like this and compete for a world championship. 2-0 Central leading. It's Reifschneider, the first baseman, who's been showing off over at first base early today. There's stretches receiving a couple of tosses across on the tournament at the plate. She's 2 for 7. Two balls and no strikes. She'll take ball 3 low. Althea Key-Palzario, 25 strikeouts in less than 15 innings. She has only walked 3 batters, so 3-0 in count is extremely rare for her. She'll rock and fire. That's across for strike 1. Central was able to initiate the offense early in the first inning with Autumn Dennis singling, followed by a Lydia Clark single. Both those runners ended up coming across. Three-one pitch. Batted foul left side. And the count is 3-2. Reifschneider, big fan of Michigan State Spartans, unless it's softball. Then she's a Oklahoma Sooners fan. Count is full. Palzario battling back from 3-0. Now with the payoff pitch. It's popped up. Could be playable. Nope, it's going to fade away over the dugout, out of range of the third baseman and shortstop. Reset, do it again at 3-2. Reifschneider yesterday 0 for 2, but able to reach base safely on an error. Could have put in the ball in play. Left-handed bat against the right-handed pitcher, Palzario. 3-2. And that's ball 4 outside. A leadoff walk to Kaylin Reifschneider. Just the 4th walk allowed all week by Palzario. Brings up Julia Smith. Smith, 5'5", 14 years old. Parents Aaron and Jennifer. Puts it on the ground over to third. Cabanera's got it. Toss to first is in time. Hunt moves her over. Scored 5-4 if you're scoring at home. The second baseman, Tori, came over to field it. So 1 away, runner in scoring position for Kylie Fox. Fox, the catcher. Youngest of 4 children of Kim and CJ. First pitch is a strike, it's 0-1. She plays for Hudsonville Little League, and this team is kind of a combination of Georgetown and Hudsonville. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, 0-2. There's a pretty good split of Michigan State and Michigan fans on this Michigan-based squad. Kylie is more of the maize and blue variety. Favorite baseball player is Miguel Cabrera. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner on second. Michigan already up 2-0. Wind up and the delivery. That's hit sky high, shallow center. Manalo coming in, so is the left fielder. Bayo, she'll make the call and the catch. Two gone, back to the top of the order. Autumn Dennis coming up. Bayo's tracked this one a long way. It's one thing we've seen all week about this Philippines team. They're very good at the fundamentals. They don't make a lot of mistakes on themselves. Back to the top of the order. Dennis takes a strike. It's 0-1. Dennis singled and scored first time up. And this is the last time doing her batting average is going to be this easy. She's 8 for 10. Quick math, that's 800. Scored 9 runs, including the first one of this game. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2. So Althea Key-Palzario, after yielding that leadoff walk, trying to find the finish line here in this second inning. The 0-2. Missed outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alzario delivers. Foul back to the screen. Reset to it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Final game of pool play for both these teams. South Carolina is the leader at 3-0. They will play Washington later today on this field. If they were to falter, the winner of this game would move into a tie. And of course, South Carolina holds the tiebreaker over both. So these two are playing for second place. 1-2, hit out to right field. Caracas over, she'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. 1 left on after the leadoff walk. Middle of the second, 2-0 Michigan. You can find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. Follow the action and join the conversation with hashtag LLWS. We've seen some great plays as a part of the social media scene from this 2022 Junior League Softball World Series in Kirkland, Washington. And hopefully we'll get another couple of showcase plays here between the Philippines and Michigan. 2-0 the score early. Claire Merritt in the circle, and she delivers a strike to Jenny Cabanera. Cabanera, a couple of walks on the tournament, looking for a hit. She'll take outside. Cabanera. Takes outside again. 3 balls and 1 strike. Claire Merritt in the center circle had a 1-2-3. Bottom half of the first inning. That's really the teeth of the offense for any team in this tournament, but for the Philippines, there's a considerable drop-off in terms of the batting average. Now, that said, amongst the top 3 hitters in the order coming in today, one of them was hitting .500, the other one was hitting .666, so just about anything is a drop down from that.
3-2.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Cabanera waiting patiently at the plate, swings and fouls it back. Althea Key Polisario will hit next. The 3-2 pitch, hit on the ground right side. Vacuumed up by Tibbetts, tossed in plenty of time. So 1 away. Well, this week has been quite the showcase for Althea Key Polisario in the circle. She has accumulated 25 strikeouts in 15 2/3 innings. At the plate, not bad at all either. A couple of runs scored. 2 for 8. She had a triple in yesterday's win for the Philippines. She'll take a strike for 0-1. Very good defense early here from Michigan. Fielding all 3 grounders put in play. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Alzario, 5'4". Lago City, Philippines team. Pitch missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Merritt, wheels and deals. Another foul ball back to the backstop. Good battle here between the 2 pitchers. Claire Merritt at the plate is 0 for 1 today. Struck out against her counterpart right there, Althea Key Polisario.
1-2.
Merritt delivers, and she returns the favor. Strikes out her fellow pitcher. That's the 2nd strikeout of the contest for Claire Merritt. Low in the zone, tailing in. Nice pitch.
Stepping into the batter's box, the catcher number 13, Audrey Sarsona.
Catcher's up next, Audrey Sarsona. Sarsona's been very good at the plate. 3 for 5, 3 runs scored and an RBI. Ball 2. Philippines looking for their first base runner. And they got a good count to get one here, 3-0.
3-0.
Three balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss. That one that might have been a little inside, but I like the aggressive nature here from Sarsona. Three balls, one strike. And now Merritt has battled back to bring the count full at 3-2. 2 away, bottom of the second inning. Central champs from Michigan struck for 2 in the top half of the first. Philippines still looking for its first base runner here. Next pitch, fought off by Sarsona. There's Merritt in the middle. Foul tip, caught by the catcher, Kylie Fox. So that's a third strikeout of the contest for Claire Merritt. She battles back from 3-0 to pick up the K. Kylie Fox squeezes it. Michigan leading 2-0. Want to play Little League baseball or softball? It is easy. Just visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League program near you. Michigan finds itself with a 2-0 lead through 2 innings of play here in Kirkland, Washington. Final day of pool play of the Junior League Softball World Series.
Leading off, shortstop
2, 3, and 4 due up this inning for Michigan. It's Clark, Merritt, and Masick. Lydia Clark singled and scored in her first at-bat, puts it in play to the left side. Olarte from shortstop, long throw, not in time. Very nice play on all ends. With a smaller diamond, you got to be absolutely perfect and sometimes have a little bit of luck on your side if you're going to get a player with the speed of Clark. And that one was played extremely well, but as you can see, Clark beats it by a half step. So a single, second hit of the game for Lydia Clark. Showing bunt and bunting it foul is Claire Merritt. Count is 0-1. Merritt, the starting pitcher, manager's daughter. Leader of the pitching staff. Brings some speed and a good bat to the table as well. 0-1. She takes inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Third team out there, the umpiring crew led by Jeffrey Lindhorst today behind the plate calling balls and strikes. It's 28 years as a Little League umpire. 0-2 pitch. Got that 1-1 pitch. I apologize, makes it 1-2. Said he started as a Little League umpire out of necessity. The league was just desperate for umps. They were having to cancel games. And he wasn't coaching his kids anymore. He wanted to stay on the field, so something he's come to love. It's a story you hear a lot from these umpires. The 1-2, hit out to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Maracas sends it in quickly. Single for Claire Merritt. 2 on, none gone in the top of the third. So more than any team this tournament, Michigan able to get to the starting pitcher, Althea Key-Palzario. Even in the Philippines' loss to South Carolina, it was only 2-1. And in that contest, Palzario only gave up 4 hits.
For Central.
Morgan Masick
Number 17, Morgan Masick.
up to the plate. Masick an RBI double today, her 6th run batted in so far this week. Shows bunt, bunts it foul. It's 0-1. Masick is a power hitter, but with her speed, she can also bunt for hits. She's the quarterback of that outfield as the center fielder. Swings and lifts it to center. Manalo under it, makes the catch. Tagging from second is Clark. Throw is cut off. They go to second, bobbled there. Ball comes loose. Clark gonna try and score. Throw home, not in time. Masick puts it in play in center. And even though the Philippines was pretty good with all their throws, just none of them quite in time. Throw to center field, or throw from center field right here. Cut off, well, Philippines executed it nicely trying to get the runner behind, but it leaks out of the glove of Princess Mazitorre. And that allows the run to come across. We'll see how it's scored. Might have an error in there. $3-0 the score. And another run at third base for Natalie Tibbetts to try and drive in. First pitch, he bunts at it, foul, third base side. They did end up giving an error there on the throw that leaked away. And see defensively, Philippines has everyone playing in. Trying to keep that runner from coming home from third. It's already 3-0 in favor of Michigan. Only one out on the board. And there's a ball low, 1-1. Now Tibbetts struck out in her first plate appearance. One of her coaches, Matt Alchemist, says she has more bats than the rest of the team combined. She's picked her infield's in. Let's just make contact and put it through. Stick for this AB. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Caught the outside corner, 1-2. Tibbetts 2 for 6 on the tournament. Althea Key-Palzario has already given up more runs today than the entire tournament. Philippines as a whole for their pitching staff. Only 2 runs yielded prior to today. Put on the ground, fair of first, and they'll make the tag, but not enough time to come home. Smart base running there for Michigan. Merritt breaks for the plate, she scores. It's an RBI ground out for Tibbetts and a 4-0 lead for Michigan. Timbad coming in, and she was not going to have a chance to make the play at the plate because Merritt went immediately. She would have had to throw straight to home and risk losing the out altogether. This point in the game, you got to trust your offense some too. So good to get the out, even though it is now 4-0 in favor of the Philippines. Base is empty, 2 out, for Callie Knobber. Lined out to second in her first at-bat. Swings and chops it over to short. One hopper fielded by Olarte, and that will retire the side. So for the second time today, the first 2 get aboard with a base hit for Michigan, and both do come across. 2 more runs. Michigan up 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Little League Sandlot Fun Days is a player-led, unstructured opportunity for local Little League programs to provide a fun activity for baseball and softball players. Kids make the rules, they make the laps, they make the calls. Give them the bats, balls, and field, and let them play. Learn more today at littleleague.org/Sandlot Fun Days. Up at the plate to lead off the bottom of the third, it's Princess Mazitore. 2 for 5 on the week with a couple of runs scored. Philippines still looking for their first base runner of the game. Claire Merritt in the circle has been spectacular. She's dug herself a hole a couple of times with a 3-0 count, but not yielded a hit. And it's not going to happen here either. A little soft fly ball towards the left side. Lydia Clark stretches for it for out number 1. Off the bat, I thought that might drip to the outfield, but Lydia Clark had other ideas. Reaching, making the catch, refusing to give up that first hit. There's one away. Brings up Caracas. Christine Jane Caracas, 13 years old. Parents Rodolfo and Sarah. Driver and a teacher. Her favorite player, Michael Jordan, greatest of all time. 1-0 pitch in for a strike. It's 1-1. All the players are asked to list, if they've got one, any good luck superstitions that they might have before a game. For Christine Jane, it's she puts ginger in her pocket. Whatever works. She's been outstanding getting on base this tournament, but right now in a 2-2 count. 1 for 5, but with 4 walks.
2-2.
Philippines yet to get a base runner. Claire Merritt has been on her game. 2-2 delivery, foul back. Count remains 2-2. Merritt's thrown 14 innings now on this tournament, 19 strikeouts. She's been perfect today. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. 4th K of the day for Claire Merritt. 20 total on the week. Raising the eye level a little bit, just over the letters. We'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Daniela Bejos. Bejos, favorite athlete is LeBron James. Daughter of Orlan and Dalia Bejos. Takes outside for ball 1. Number 9 in the order, but the Philippines, very strategic how they use their lineup. They kind of want a second leadoff hitter there at the back to put some of these rallies together. So Bejos, she's 5 for 9 on the week with 4 runs scored, 3 runs batted in. You can almost think of her as another leadoff hitter and combine her with Olarte and Manalo and Timba, who have all had very strong weeks. Long way of saying this is a tough part of the order that Merritt's dealing with. This one bounced up the third base line. Foul ball just left of the line. Knobber was there. Would have been an interesting play if she had to try and make that throw. Bejos, a left-handed hitter, getting out of the box. See if we get an opportunity for that matchup. 2-2, fouled off. Bejos in yesterday's win over Canada went 3 for 4.
2-2.
2 runs scored and a run batted in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They're trying to stay perfect. Hit on the ground over to short. Clark bobbles it at first. Throw to first, not in time. So the Philippines with their first base runner of the day. Clark quick to it, to her left. Even with the bobble, love how that pickup happened immediately. Didn't stress over it, just went right back, but unable to quite record the out. So the first base runner for the Philippines.
The shortstop, number 5, Claire Olarte.
Brings up the top of the order again, Claire Olarte. She grounded out to Clark first time up. First pitch swinging, line drive, base hit into center field. No doubt about that one. Station to station goes Bejos. That'll be the first official hit of the game. And the Philippines is threatening now, trailing 4-0. They got some work to do, looking for some two-out magic. Fraulein Manalo is next. Manalo grounded out to third in her first at-bat. Philippines threatening here. First pitch, outside, ball one. Claire Merritt, retiring 8 in a row, has now seen 2 straight reach. Strike called, it's 1-1. Manalo's manager, Josie Sabunga, said Fraulein started playing when she was 5. And her dream is to hopefully earn a college scholarship one day, help her family. Takes high, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Good hitters count. Bejos over at second, reached on an error. You see her behind the pitcher, Merritt. Olarte over at first, broke up the no-hitter with her single to center field. Pitch, hit foul to the left side. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. 4-0 the score. Michigan in the middle with Merritt, to this point unscathed. Fraulein Manalo trying to change that story here. The 3-2. This is high, ball 4. The bases are loaded now. After 8 in a row retired, 3 straight have reached. Rain Elijah Timbad is the batter. 14 years old, she's 5'4". And tried to check her swing, but she went around. It's 0-1. So the tying run at the plate. And Timbad has been the best hitter all week for the Philippines. She's 6 for 10, including the strikeout today. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2. Bases loaded, 2 out. Bottom of the 3rd. Feels like one of those consequential moments of a ball game where tables could turn. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off. Philippines has had nothing going offensively against Claire Merritt until this moment right here.
1 and 2. Play.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, swung on, popped up. Playable for Knobber and foul ground. She'll make the catch, and that retires the side. Philippines leaves them loaded. Michigan still pitching a shutout. Claire Merritt leads 4-0. Philippines threatened offensively in the bottom of the 3rd, but could not break through, and so Michigan maintains their 4-0 lead, and we're going to have a change in the center circle here for the champs of the Asia-Pacific region. Iaki Palzario, one of the aces of the tournament, pulled after 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, 3 earned on 5 hits, only 1 walk, and somewhat uncharacteristic for her, only 2 strikeouts. She'll be lifted. Taking over in the middle, it's Lila Baldahai. Batter is Kayla Reifschneider, who walked in her first plate appearance. First pitch, she'll take a ball. now Baladi's going to ditch the sunglasses here, although it's starting to get brighter. Baladi we saw yesterday for the Philippines in the circle. That's the ball, 2-0. Philippines had a no-hitter against Canada, and while Palzario put together 4 of the no-hit innings with 8 strikeouts, Baladi wasn't exactly letting go of the rope. She had 3 strikeouts and no hits allowed, no walks allowed in her 2 innings. Scorcher over to short, knocked down by Olarte. Long throw, great stretch, she got her. What a play. Olarte knocks it down, putting her body on the line. And then an outstanding stretch by Timbot over at first. Philippines makes the play.
Julia Smith.
Put that on social media. Hashtag LLWS. Julia Smith up next. Got a sack bunt. First time up. She'll take a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Which is fouled back. One other change to tell you about defensively. New catcher out there. Andian Buenafe.
2 strikes.
So all new battery for the Philippines. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball to high. There's the changeup. He's got that Bugs Bunny changeup, where it feels like the hitter could swing 3 times and come up empty on all of them. High target shown. Here is the 1-2 pitch. And she raised the eye level with a fastball. Got her swinging. What a sequence from Baldahi. Have fun deliberating what's coming. Got the changeup, and then this hot one. High over the zone, tantalizing. The first strikeout of the contest for Layla Baldahi. Brings up the catcher, Kylie Fox. Nickname is Race Car. Take low for ball 1. Flew out to left field in her first at bat. Ball to high. Gets her to swing and pop it up foul right side. It's out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. 4-0, Michigan leading. This is the first inning where the leadoff hitter was retired by the Philippines. Seeing 2 hits and a walk leading off the prior 3 innings. Next pitch. Just outside, 2-1. Each of the innings where Michigan has scored, the first 2 batters were able to reach base safely. And thus far, if they don't get those top 2 on board, Philippines have been able to keep them
2-1.
off the board, the scoreboard entirely. 2-1. Here's the delivery. Foul back, 2-2. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 away. Jemison, Michigan,
2-2.
leading Bago City, Philippines, 4-0. Top of the 4th inning. 2-2 delivery. Inside, ball 3. Philippines were able to load them up last inning, so they're putting some pressure on Michigan right now. Trying to keep that pressure there with a 1-2-3 inning. Wind up and the pitch. Fouled off at the plate. Race car, Kylie Fox battling up there. Getting the start today. They're checking with the catcher, Buenafide, making sure she's all right. She took the brunt of that foul ball. Three balls, two strikes. Ball to high. It's another one foul off the bat of Kylie Fox. Eight pitches this at bat. Fox, I think she thought that one came off of her and just assumed everyone else saw it the same way. Her coach is reminding her, hey, you got to run. Don't trust them to notice if you're hit. 3-2 pitch. Popped up, maybe playable. And Rivera trying to make a basket catch as the wind took it back towards the field. That was a tough one. Cabanera is heading towards the dugout there on the left side. And then the wind is blowing it left to right. You can kind of see the water way off on the third base side, and that's where the wind is coming from. That's anytime we've seen any kind of weather coming here, it's all getting pushed over the water towards us. And you see the flag blowing straight out to center. That's the direction that ball was being taken. So tough play. Still alive is Fox. She'll take the pitch for ball 4. Fox draws the walk, gives it back over to the top of the order. Autumn Dennis. 1 for 2 today, 8 for 11 on the tournament with 9 runs scored. First pitch is strike, it's 0-1. Youngest child of her parents, Dan and Shelley. Dad's a high school science teacher. Mom's a psychologist. His older brother, Jonah. 0-1 pitch. Swing, foul ball. Quickly 0-2. Our favorite teams, Michigan State overall, but Oklahoma for softball. Jocelyn Alo, her favorite athlete. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. So ball to high comes in and strikes out a pair. Keeps it at a 4-0 score in the middle of the 4th. So view of downtown Kirkland, Washington. Beautiful city just outside of Seattle. And the home of the 2022 Junior League Softball World Series. Final day of pool play. This is Pool A action. The winner between Philippines and Michigan will have the number 2 spot and would play the 3rd place finisher from Pool B. We've got a new pitcher in the circle. This is Mackenzie Kamenga. So Kamenga will take over there. Over at first base is Kaylin Behrens. There's a couple other changes we'll bring you as we go here. Claire Merritt, really strong in the circle. 3 innings, did not yield a run, only the 1 hit, 1 walk, and ended up with 4 strikeouts. But she's going to be lifted. I don't think anyone on the Philippines side is going to be too upset with that. Jenny Cabanera will lead things off here in the 4th. First pitch, a strike for an 0-1 count. Next pitch. That's inside for a ball. New catcher out there is Macy Alcama. Kylie Fox stays in the game. She goes over to second base. And Claire Merritt is now in right field. So for those scoring at home, Merritt in right, Fox at second, Behrens at first. Alcama is the catcher, and the pitcher is Mackenzie Kamenga. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. Outside 2-2. Swing and a fly ball out to right. Wind's taken. It's going to go over the head of Merritt all the way to the wall. Cabanera's got her first hit of the week, and it's going to be a stand-up triple for the Philippines to start the 4th. Gave it a good shot, but we were just talking about how the wind is blowing left to right across the diamond, and that helped that hit to sail over the head of the right fielder and go all the way to the fence. So 3 bases for the Philippines. The batter is going to be the new pitcher. This is Baladai, and she swings and misses for strike 1. Swing and a sharply hit but foul ball up the first base line. Baladai, one of the older players on the team, daughter of Larry and Lyra. 5'6", 15 years old. Swings at the 0-1, hits it fair up the third base line. Scooped up by Knobber. Throw to first is in time. Runners coming home. The throw to the plate is in time. They turn 2. Third baseman Knobber picks up the slow roller. Doesn't even look to the runner, just delivers right to first, and then Barron saw it coming the whole way. Great throw, even better tag by Alcama for the double play. Philippines, it looks like they're going to challenge this one. You get 2 challenges, provided you're unsuccessful. You can be right as often as you want. And obviously that's a consequential play because the Philippines shut out to this point. Had a runner on third with nobody out. To see a double play turned, they're figuring why not take a shot, see if there is anything that could overturn the play. Got to applaud the defense for Michigan. Here's another look at it. And there's the tag, and it seems pretty clear. Very good tag by Alcama. And even if she misses the arm, she's got her glove under the body of Cabanera as she's reaching for the plate. So here's the call. Jeffrey Lindhorst will do the honors. Out is recorded. 2 gone, now no one on. And the best chance to score the day for the Philippines evaporates. That fine defense for Michigan. So the review could not persuade a different answer.
Number 14 on Diana. Buenafe.
Now Buenafe will be the batter. Her first at-bat of the day. She chops it over to short. Fumbled by Clark. And she will be safe. See how that one scored. Obviously a makeable catch at shortstop for Clark. But given the high chop and the speed of Buenafe, she might have beaten it out anyways.
Princess Maisie Torre.
Brings up Princess Maisie Torre, who is 0 for 1. Swing and a miss, strike one. Do rule it in air. Second one of the game for Michigan in the field, but still up 4-0. Bunt laid down. Kamenga charges, throws to first. Got her by a step. 3 out here in the fourth. A leadoff triple for the Philippines, but they couldn't bring her across. Great defense from Michigan. 5-3-2. The tag from Alcama, and Michigan still up 4-0. Find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. Follow the action. Join the conversation with hashtag LLWS. I have a feeling Michigan's defense is about to make the highlight reel. And they talk about everything Little League baseball. And one nice tweet that was sent out this morning, we wanted to share Little League, of course, with the rest of the baseball and sports and world overall, mourning the loss of Vince Scully. A tweet this morning, Little League International joins the baseball community in mourning the loss of legendary broadcaster Vin Scully. From Williamsport to Westwood, there will never be another. Could not agree more. So at the last game he broadcast 6 years ago, it was Dodgers-Giants in San Francisco, and it shows what kind of person Vin Scully was. Though he was always the voice of the Dodgers, his Giants fans absolutely loved him and showed him a lot of love there. That fly ball out to left field, diving attempt by Bayos. Nice squeeze there. Did she catch it on the fly, though? I don't think so. It hopped into her glove. Still a great stop by Bayos. And Lydia Clark leads off with a single. Here's a look. You make the call. Yeah, it does bounce. It does hit the ground. She reaches back for it, so. Well done on the camera work by our spectacular ESPN crew. That's Clark's third hit of the game, brings up Claire Merritt. Merritt 1 for 2. Clark is now hitting .600 on the week. She's 9 for 15. The 2 previous times she reached in this contest, she came across both. Pitch inside, runner taking off, throw to second, not in time. Stolen base for Lydia Clark. Philippines has been able to get a runner to third in each of the last 2 innings, but has not been able to penetrate the scoreboard. Still down 4-0. Meanwhile, Michigan, every inning they've gotten the first 2 hitters on base, they've scored. Every inning that has not been the case, they have not. So leadoff hitter aboard in Clark, Claire Merritt trying to follow her. And combo did just that in the 3rd inning, and both came across to score. Ball to high, the reliever with a 1-2 pitch. Ball misses outside, 2-2. Merritt, the manager's daughter. Georgetown Juniors All-Star team from Jenison, Michigan. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. So ball to high, her 3rd strikeout of the contest. Puts it out on the board. Now we'll see if Michigan can break their run so far in this one and score despite not getting the first 2 on. Hard hit ball over to first, throw to third to get the lead runner. Is the ball loose? It is out. Meanwhile, hustling over to second on the play is Masick. Cabanera was applying the tag on Lydia Clark, and the ball appears to have come loose. The Philippines is going to argue this one, that she makes the tag and then it's knocked free, that the tag happened first. Smart base running behind by Masick as everyone was looking at the third base umpire to make the call, and he took a while. She said, well, I'll just take second base. Juan Galarraza Figueroa is the third base umpire. And if they want to challenge, this is going to be a really difficult one to overturn because there's, unless the left field camera caught it, I don't know that there's going to be a real clear view. The other cameras we have here are kind of shielded by the players. But we'll see what we got if they do indeed want to take a look at this. It's ruled that the third baseman, Cabanera, was juggling the ball or did not have complete control. It was a great decision by Timbad. And now they're going to bring all the umpires in, see if anyone had something different. Entire umpiring crew, Jeffrey Lindhorst at the plate, Freddie Martinez at first, Mike Foltz at second, and Juan Galarraza Figueroa is at third. 4-0. This is a big call. If you get that out there, there's 2 out with a runner at second. You're 1 out away from being out of the inning. If everyone stays as they are, you got 2 in scoring position, only 1 out. A chance to add to an already 4-0 lead. This is not a review at this point. This is just a discussion. Did anyone see the ball punched out or deliberately forced out of the glove? How the old Alex Rodriguez play? He's famous for a lot of other things, but you know, that one's on there. Let's see what we have on the replay while this discussion continues. It's a great play at first by Timbad, immediately throws to third, and the tag is applied. And is she reaching around trying to pick up the ball? Is that what's going? It looks like she is. I have a better look at it even here. That tag is applied. And that ball was loose, so it's going to be a fielder's choice. But no out recorded. Runners are at second and third now for Natalie Tibbetts. The infield's going to come in. Philippines, again, they're very good at throwing and catching. That last play, a good example of it. Pitch bunted foul. So as much as any team in this tournament, Philippines, I would say, is as likely as anyone, maybe most likely, to be able to execute coming home.
One strike.
We actually have a pinch hitter up at the plate. This is Macy Alcama. She swings and fouls it off. So Macy Alcama is the batter. Alcama's dad. That is one of the coaches. He's 15 years old. Goes to Jenison High School. 0-2 pitch. Foul to the right side. They'll do it again. Four nothing. Michigan already leading. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Philippines has had a runner at third in each of the last 2 innings, failed to bring her across. Now Michigan threatening with 2 in scoring position, only 1 out. Foul ball again. Good battle here between Alcama and Baldahai in the circle. You see Alcama. Favorite sports team, Kansas City Chiefs. Favorite athlete, Patrick Mahomes. The 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground through the right side for a base hit. In to score is Clark. Masick around. She will play 2-run single, and it's 6-0 Michigan. Drawn in infield, and Alcama finds the hole. Another couple of runs put on the board, and it's now 6-0 Michigan. Asia Pacific had only given up 2 runs the entire tournament. They were the second stingiest pitching stash / defense of the tournament. But Michigan's been able to score 6. Runner goes, throw to second, not in time. So Halkema now with the stolen base. South Carolina, the unbeaten team in Pool A, has played both these squads, and both were extremely close games. 1-0, hit back at the middle, comebacker fielded by Baldahai, throws back to second for the double play. What a job there to end the inning. Baldahai turns 2, but 2 more runs on the board for Michigan. They're up by 6. Michigan with a 6-0 lead. They have just had, I want to say better luck, but better execution, cashing in these run-scoring opportunities to the delight of their fans who brought their signs all the way from Jenison, Michigan. Had some great crowds here in Kirkland, Washington, enjoying the great Northwest. This Michigan team based kind of in the Grand Rapids area, trying to take second place in Pool A play with a win here today. Still have 9 outs left to pick up. Christine Jane Karakis, the batter. That one missing the mark. Karakis, 4 walks on the week, 0 for 1 today. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swinging a foul ball, 2-2. Well, both these teams, Michigan and the Philippines, were in 1-run games against South Carolina, the pool leader. And in both those games, South Carolina needed a walk-off hit to win it. Against the Philippines, actually an error. 2 players collided on trying to make a catch on what would have been the 3rd out of the 7th inning and sent the game on to extras. But the ball ended up falling in. South Carolina got a win. And between Michigan and South Carolina, Michigan actually took the lead late in that game, and a walk-off 2-run home run won the day for South Carolina in that one. Here's strike 3 called against Karakis for out number 1 in the 5th. Here's a look at how these 2 teams have done, or at least how the Philippines did against South Carolina. Ball put in play by Reimer, and then the 2 defensive players coming together. Ball falls in, and that go-ahead run scored. So that's how the Philippines fell to South Carolina. It was a very good game, very well played, and South Carolina able to get a little luck on their side and make that play. Daniela Bejos with a single for the Philippines. And we'll bring back the top of the order, and Claire Olarte. And again, Michigan versus South Carolina, they took the lead in the top of the 7th, but with 2 outs, Easton Davis hit a 2-run home run for South Carolina, and that gave them a walk-off 6-5 win. To this point, the most exciting finish of the tournament. So advancement to second for Bejos. So all that said, you look at the top of the pool standings, and you got 3 really good teams that are going to be tough outs when we get to the quarterfinals starting tomorrow. Pitch fouled into the seats. Olarte today is 1 for 2, singled in the 3rd, and a ground out in her first at-bat. Overall, she's hitting .500 on the tournament, 6 for 12. The 1-1 skips in all the way to the backstop over to third base. Goes Bejos. Chance for the Philippines to get on the board. Put on the ground over to second. Fox will make the play. Philippines will score a run. RBI ground out for Olarte. And the Philippines is on the board, trailing 6-1. Fox made the only decision she could have there. And at this point in the game, at this point now, after that play, 7 outs away from a win, you'll take an out in exchange for that run. Fraulein Manalo is next. Manalo, 0 for 1, drew a walk. Takes a strike, 1-1.
Come on, Mac.
Mari Carr is a housekeeper. Fraulein says the coolest place she's ever traveled, right here in the USA. This tournament, a dream come true for so many young softball players. I told you earlier, her manager said that her overall dream is to hopefully win a scholarship one day, come play in the U.S., help out her family. Manalo 0 for 1, and a 1-2 count here. Philippines on the board, the run in the 5th. Close pitch, but it's ball 2. Kamenga in the middle, took over for Claire Merritt, who threw 3 shutout innings. Philippines has only scratched out 1 run here. Hit on the ground at third, Knobber has it. And the throw in plenty of time, side retired. Philippines does break through, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left on. End of 5, 6-1 Michigan. Want to play Little League baseball or softball? It's easy. Visit playlittleleague.org, enter your address, and find a Little League program near you. Cannot promise you can play right next to the beautiful waters here in the Great Northwest. But if you're lucky, on the right team, right program, right year, you find yourself in a place like this, the Junior League Softball World Series, Kirkland, Washington, home since 1999. We missed the last 2 years due to the pandemic. So glad to be back. Watching pool play on its final day, Michigan and Philippines. Winner will finish second in Pool A and would play the 3rd place finisher in Pool B. No balls and 2 strikes. It's Kaylin Behrens up at the plate. Behrens takes ball 2. Kaylin's just 13 years old. Manager Calvin Merritt says she's gained a lot of positive experience and making some strong contributions coming off the bench. Ball to high. A 1-2 delivery. Ball inside, 2-2. I believe Kamenga still has to bat for Michigan to satisfy mandatory play, but she's already been in the game as the pitcher in the middle. Next offering, swung on, popped up, 3rd base side, and Cabanero will make the catch for out number 1. And this will be Kamenga.
Coming up to the plate. Number 18, Mackenzie Kamenga.
Kamenga waits on the first pitch. Swings and smokes it foul, first base side. Mackenzie Kamenga goes by Mac. 15 years old, up at the plate, 5'9". Says her favorite baseball and softball teams, Michigan State or Michigan. Now choosing sides. Fouls off another. It's 0-2. Been good in the middle. He's a relief pitcher today, only giving up 1 run in 2 innings. Our team up 6-1 in the 6th. 0-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. 4 strikeouts on the day for Layla Baldahai. Gets the swing through, 2 gone. She had that outstanding play to end the 5th. A liner comebacker to Baldahai. She squeezed it through to second to double off the runner. Trying for a 1-2-3 frame. Kylie Fox is the batter. Got different ideas on the agenda here. Fox reached on a base on balls last time up. Wind up and the pitch, missed inside, 1-1. Kylie Fox, fan of Michigan, the Detroit Tigers, and favorite movie, The Sandlot. One pitch, hit on the ground, foul, third base side. Cabanera will knock it down in foul territory. Philippines still 6 outs to work with offensively. They're going to certainly want to keep it here, and they've had some good opportunities to score. They left the bases loaded in the 3rd inning. Had a runner at 3rd with no one out in the 4th, but a 5-3-2 double play. The play at the plate quickly extinguished that rally as well. Pitch inside, popped up, third base side. I don't know how she got around on it, but puts in the air. Cabanera puts it away. A 1-2-3, 6th inning. Home half coming up. Philippines trailing 6-1. Little League Sandlot Fun Days is a player-led unstructured opportunity for local Little League programs to provide a fun activity for baseball and softball players. Kids make the rules like you have to dance between innings. They make the lineups, they make the calls, give them the bats, balls, and field, and let them play. Learn more today at littleleague.org/Sandlot Fun Days. Well, one player who's going to like those rules, Kylie Fox, the second baseman, number 8 for Michigan. Favorite movie, The Sandlot. So you can put dancing in, all kinds of fun stuff.
Entering the ballgame and now batting for Asia Pacific, number 16, Nice.
Got a change at the plate. Nice Lobrito is going to come in. Asia Pacific's got to get some players in for mandatory play. So Lobrito will bat here. All these players, all stars in their local leagues. They're all top-notch softball players. So there are no easy outs at the Junior League Softball World Series. Lobrito comes up, 13 years old. Parents Hector and Jonalyn. Favorite team, the San Diego Padres, who just added a big bat. 0-1, she offers at it, it's 0-2. Mackenzie Kamenga in the circle, gets the ground ball to third. Knobber, easy play for out number 1. Brings up Jenny Cabanera, who had a triple to lead off the 4th inning, sailed one all the way to the right field wall, but then was thrown out at home, part of a 5-3-2 double play. A great throw to the plate. Alcama placed the tag. One hopper over to short. Clark makes the out. 2 up, 2 down. Philippines offense, they've had things simmering a couple of times, but never quite boiled over. Left them loaded in the 3rd. That runner at third base with no one out in the 4th. Neither time it was cashed in. Did scratch out a run in the 5th, but they trail 6-1. Ball to high at the plate. First pitch, swing, and a miss, 0-1. She's the one who put it in play on that 5-3-2 double play. Not that it was her fault. It was a great job by the defense to make the throws quick enough to get the out at home. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. Foul back, 1-2. Well, Michigan was retired in order 1, 2, 3 in the top half of the 6th. That was the first time that has happened. Now they've got a chance to return the favor. Kumenga
1 and 2. Play.
toes the slab.
Right here for you, Mac.
Rocks and fires. Ground ball over to short. Clark bobbles at first. Throw to first. Not in time. Close play.
Time.
But with the speed of these runners, you have to be perfect. That was a bang-bang play. Baldeye beats it out. And the Central squad's considering a challenge here. Calvin Merritt. First talking to our first base umpire, Freddie Martinez. Now we'll go to Jeffrey Lindhorst. And they are going to put on the headset and have a look. It was scored in air. And the question is, did the throw still beat Baldeye to first base? Tomorrow is going to start quarterfinal action here from the World Series. This is again Pool A play, final day of it. The winner of this game would finish second, would play the third place team from Pool B. First, let's take another look. Well, that's as close as you can get. Just about simultaneous. Nye remains at first base. Here's another look. You be the judge. Call it. On the field. Ruled a single. Back to the pool standings. In Pool B coming into today, the West team from Nevada and the Southwest team from Texas, they're both undefeated, so they're playing for first place in that division. So the loser of that game will fall to second and will in all likelihood end up playing the loser of this game as the third place finisher in Pool A in the quarterfinals, which will be a very good contest. The winner of this one, well, let's get the call here. Jeffrey Lindhorst takes off the headset. The call is safe. So an unsuccessful challenge. Baldeye beats it out. And a chance for the Philippines to muster a 2-out rally. Andiana Buenafe is the batter.
Now batting Andiana Buenafe.
First pitch, swing and a miss, spun her around, strike one. Buenafe, 14 years old. Parents are Daryl and Angela. Her favorite athlete, Steph Curry, the world champion Golden State Warriors. Get on the ground, squeezed by the pitcher. Kumenga to first, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, one stranded. We head to the 7th, Michigan leading 6-1. 6-1 the score. Michigan, the champs from the Central region, trying to move to 3-1 and cement second place in the Pool A standings. Philippines trying to keep it at 5. They've threatened in each of the last 4 innings, but have only been able to muster 1 run. That's the pitcher, Layla Baldeye. She's going to face the top of the order here for Michigan. Dennis, Clark, and Merritt coming up. Those 3 are a combined 5 for 9 and have scored 5 of their team's 6 runs. Dennis will lead off. 8 for 12 on the week.
Moving on from left Fielder number 10, Autumn Dennis.
Play.
Scored 9 runs. First pitch swinging, ground ball, tough hop, and it'll skip into center field. Torrey was there to make a backhanded play, and it just catapulted over her outstretched glove. It's a single, second hit of the contest for Dennis.
Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Lydia.
Brings up Lydia Clark, who is 3 for 3 in this contest. She's batting .600, 9 for 15 on the tournament. First pitch, runner goes, throw to second. Safe. That was a very good throw from Buenafe. Claire Olarte was there to place the tag, but a good jump and a good slide for Autumn Dennis. She is in scoring position. No balls, 1 strike. Swung on and popped up out of play into the seats. Count is 0-2. Both these teams are going to advance to quarterfinal action tomorrow. Both hold the tiebreaker over the 4th place team, Washington, who's going to play South Carolina later here. They're cemented between 2 and 3. The winner of this game will finish 2nd, and whoever falters will end up 3rd. And both are going to be tough outs once we get to the bracket. Both have some experience in close games. Both have really good pitching staffs. Today, Michigan just a little bit better capitalizing on their opportunities. 0-2 pitch. Changeup smoked to left field. That's a base hit. Bejos knocks it down. Rounding 3rd, heading for home is Dennis. She'll throw on the brakes. Throw gets away. And in to score is Dennis. Stopping at 2nd with an RBI is Lydia Clark. Her 4th hit of the game. Quick throw from Bejos trying to get it in. To throw up the line. And Autumn Dennis easily scores. So RBI single, I believe, will be the ruling. And advancing on the throw. First pitch to Claire Merritt is a strike. Merritt 1 for 3. A single and a run scored herself. 0-1, hit on the ground, charging the shortstop Olarte, throws to 3rd, and they're going to get the out there. What a play. Olarte with that quick decision. Clark moving on contact. And watch this, seeing her, knowing she's coming right behind her, just throws immediately to the bag, and they make the tag. Now the umpires are going to come together. And they might be asking whether or not they afforded Clark a path to the bathroom if her path was obstructed. Throw clearly beats her. And it'll stand as called. Fielder's choice, 6-5. So Clark retired, 1 out. And now another conversation. Are they going to ask to review this? I don't think there's any question. The ball never fell out. There's no question it was held on to. Things that can be replayed are force outs, tags on the base pass, missed bases, hit batters. I don't know that obstruction, if that is what's being argued here, is reviewable. But they're going to make the call to Williamsport. first time that the Junior League Softball World Series has had video replay. We're thrilled to be here again in Kirkland, Washington with our fantastic ESPN crew, and we've got all the angles covered so that Williamsport can help our great umpires here make the calls. Oh, keep in mind, as we get later and later in the tournament, managers, they have unlimited successful challenges, but they lose the ability to challenge a play if they have 2 unsuccessful challenges in the first innings or even 1 in the 7th and beyond. Here's a look at the play. And, they're arguing whether or not it's a foul ball. So it's got nothing to do with the play on the bases. Was it a foul ball? Merritt with the swing here. And she doesn't hesitate to run to first. And call stands.
No. It did not hit her foot.
It didn't hit her foot. So it is a unsuccessful challenge for Michigan. Fielder's choice 6-5 stands. Out is recorded at third base. And Morgan Masick will be the batter. She is 1 for 3. An RBI and a run scored. First pitch takes a ball. Snap throw back to first. Not in time. So Clark retired from the base pass, but what a day she has had. 4 for 4, scoring 3 runs and driving in 2. Offensive MVP. Now hitting .625 on the tournament. 2 balls, no strikes. Michigan with a 7-1 lead. On the top of the 7th, last inning in regulation. Ground ball over to second, and Tori couldn't get it out of her glove cleanly, but does get it to second in time. The pickup there by Olarte. Philippines wanted to try and turn 2. End up just getting 1.
We're doing changes. He's got to bring it.
Fielder's choice 4 to 6.
Okay, well, he can come out. It's okay. Hey, he wants you.
And Michigan's going to make a substitution here. Calvin Merritt's going to come out and dictate the changes. And it's going to be Tibbetts coming back into the game. Natalie Tibbetts 0 for 2, but with an RBI today.
Back in the ballgame and back into the batter's box. Number 6, Natalie Tibbetts.
And Tibbetts will step in with 1 on, 2 out, top of the 7th inning. Michigan trying to get to 3-1 on the tournament. First pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. And a lone loss, a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 7th inning for South Carolina with 2 outs in the frame. They were down to their last out before they even got the tying run aboard, let alone the winning one coming across on the home run. South Carolina will be next on this field playing against Washington. Wind up in the 1-1 pitch. Hit over to short. Nice stop by Olarte. She'll go the short way to second. Fine play. Fielder's choice 6 to 4, and the side is retired. Michigan adds an insurance run. They lead by 6 heading to the home half of the 7th. (7-1) the score, Michigan leading the Philippines, and this game's really come down to taking advantage of opportunities. Early on, Michigan in the first inning, first 2 batters reached base safely on hits, and then Morgan Masick had a RBI double that really opened things up. Here is the single from Lydia Clark. And then 2 batters later, Morgan Masick with the double to left field. Made it 2-0 at the time in favor of Michigan. Fast forward to the 3rd, Clark and Merritt again able to come through on singles. Clark beating this play out for an infield base knock. And then Merritt straight to right field. After that, Morgan Masick hit a fly ball to center that was caught, but a run scored on that play. And then that ground out also scored another run. 5th inning, this single for Clark starting a rally. And this play, a somewhat controversial one at 3rd. Fielder's choice thrown in time, but the ball came loose and Michigan would rally from there. 2-run single here for Alcama. And the floodgates seem to be open, 6-0. Now, meanwhile, on the other side, the Philippines had several scoring opportunities but failed to really cash any in. And so now here we sit, bottom of the 7th, their last shot at the plate, and they trail 7-1. Sam Farber here with you in beautiful Kirkland, Washington. Final day of pool play in the Junior League Softball World Series. The Central champs from Michigan trying to finish in the 2nd spot at 3-1. And while there's a lot of teams that made undefeated runs through regionals, don't count out Central coming back from a loss. In the regional games, they took a loss in their tournament to Indiana, and it woke them up according to the coaches. They came back and beat that team 12-1 in the championship and punched their ticket here to Kirkland. Torre at the plate to lead things off here in the 7th for the Philippines. I believe they still have one player, Tanneman, to bat. Won't confirm. She is in the on-deck circle, so that would satisfy mandatory play for the Philippines as well. Torre is 0 for 2. Facing a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
1-2. Play.
Pitch from Kamenga misses outside. Mack in the middle. Came in relief of Claire Merritt, who threw 3 shutout innings for the start. Ball low, 3-2. Kamenga has lived a little bit more dangerously, gave up a leadoff triple in the 4th, but her defense helped her out. Foul ball left side again, 3-2. In the 5th inning, a 1-out single eventually was cashed in. And in the 6th, she got 4 ground balls. 3 were fielded cleanly. She got out of that inning unscathed. Foul ball at the plate again from Torre. Seven to 1, Michigan in front.
3-2.
Trying to finish pool play at 3-1. Payoff pitch. Foul back again. Michigan with a 6-run lead in the final frame. 3 outs away from a 3-1 finish. This one hit in the air to left. Dennis, fighting the sun, makes the play. Autumn Dennis, leadoff hitter, 2 for 5 at the plate. Let's check that, 2 for 4 at the plate today. A couple of runs scored. Helps record out number 1. Here we'll have our appearance for Isel Tanneman, 13 years old.
Now batting number 18, Isel Tanneman.
Oh.
Ball 1 outside, 1-1. Tanneman's a little over a week away from her 14th birthday. Favorite team, the San Diego Padres. 1-1. Over her head, 2 balls, 1 strike. Says her dream job would be to be a flight attendant. She could go anywhere. She'd love to visit Italy, but the coolest place she's traveled so far, the USA. Pitch misses outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. For mandatory play, she would continue as a base runner if she can get aboard. Philippines needs a lot of base runners right here. Seem to be taken all the way. It's 3-2.
3-2.
Swung on, grounded to third. Knobber, another nice play at the hot corner. And Michigan 1 out away from a 3-1 finish to pool play. Callie Knobber shaking the dust out of the glove. It's going to be Daniela Bejos. Bejos is batting above 500 this week. She's 6 for 11. Scored the only run today for the Philippines. Needs a big 2-out rally. Trailing by 6 in the last half of the 7th. Wind up and the pitch, missed outside. Two balls, no strikes to Daniela Bejos. Swings, a comebacker up the middle. Fielded at second, and no throw to first. Pitch was in on the hands, but Bejos muscles it up the middle past the pitcher for her second hit of the game. So Philippines still alive here. Switch the helmets out. Claire Olarte will head up to the plate. She is 1 for 3 today with a run batted in. Philippines needs her to keep the wheels turning. Olarte takes ball 1. Olarte had an inside the park home run yesterday. Even though she's in the leadoff spot, she's actually driven in more runs than she scored this week. 7 runs batted in, 4 scored. Bats it over to second. Fox sticks with it. Throw to first in time, and that'll end the game. Michigan takes the win by a final score of 7-1. 7 runs on 9 hits, and they ended up stranding 4 Philippines. 1 run, 4 hits. They leave 6 on the base pass. Star of the game, Lydia Clark, 4 for 4, 2 runs batted in, 3 runs scored. Claire Merritt takes the victory in the circles. She's 3-1, and Michigan will finish second in pool play. Both these teams will be in quarterfinal action tomorrow. Both are going to be very tough outs. For our entire ESPN crew, I'm Sam Farber saying it's been a pleasure and a privilege having you along. Michigan will move on to the quarterfinals as the 2 seed from Pool A. We'll see who they get tomorrow, and we will see South Carolina and Washington squaring off next here from beautiful Kirkland, Washington, home of the 2022 Junior League Softball World Series.